Hey there, friends. Welcome to Aisha Motivates. I'm not wearing my glasses right now because I'm one of the things. Listen, I speak to you guys and I always try to tell you all to go after what it is that you want, to keep trying until you get it right. And I walk the same road that you are deciding to walk on because for myself, I your girl is not a master at all of this lighting and the whole bit. Some of you can tell. And so, one of the things that I am not liking is the fact that the ring light shows up right here. And I don't like it. So, even though I wear my glasses all the time because I'm always reading or doing something, when I look back at the videos, which I do because a lot of the times, listen, your girl needs to listen to whatever it is that she's putting down, right? And so right now, I'm thinking, for today, let's just keep it off. All right? So I am here because I want you to remember something. And by the way, subscribers, thank you so much. Please remember, I'm aiming at reaching 500 subscribers and more, but let's work with 500. So as you watch this, please consider sharing this to your friends out there, anyone at all, because listen, I know that you know someone who can use this information. And so it's like coming across your home or a home or, just knowing that that place is on fire and you just look at it and you keep on walking. I don't know about you, but for me, my conscience would just keep on a ringing and wouldn't let me sit, wouldn't let me rest. Why? Because someone could have been in there and died, all because I didn't, I wasn't proactive. I didn't try to save that person. And so if you happen to have one or more friends, I invite you to share this video and like so that and let them know they have to share and like and subscribe so that when another one pops up, they'll be aware of it. All right? But I want to speak today about the fact that oftentimes we are afraid to ask for what it is that we are wanting or needing. And we think, you know, what if they think I'm too needy? What if they don't like me? What if they say no? What if? Flip that around, shall we? What if they say yes? What if they like that idea? What if they were waiting to hear something like that? What if they just didn't know that I was serious enough and wanted something, but now that I ask? And this can go both ways, and we can argue one side or another, but I like to remember that the Bible says that we have not because we ask not. And isn't it beautiful that the younger ones, our children, the children will show us up every time. They know how to ask from the youngest age, and for many of them, you can't shut them up. You can't get them to quiet down, and if they run away or quiet, they'll come back again, one form or another, asking for what it is that they asked you in the first place. The Bible goes on to tell us that, you know, if you would give whatever you deemed the best to your children, what about him that he wouldn't want you to have the desires of your heart? Now, the thing to remember, the caveat to remember, is that like any good parent, you would want your child to get the best or to get what's you deemed right at that time. And so sometimes we hear no, sometimes we hear this is not for you or not right now. And so this is how it works. But you will never know if you never ask or step out or work towards whatever it is. And so one of the sweet spots that I'm finding right now is ask. And oftentimes the person will meet you right where you are, and it would be a glorious time. I had that experience recently, and I tend to have quite a bit of those experiences, I must say. But I remember the last time I was having that, and I was like, and the excitement in my voice, and before I even worded what it is, how deep I wanted to go into my ask, it was put forward to me. And so this is what I am saying. We have not because we ask not. And at the end of the day, remember that the Bible is truth. It is the truth. It stands yesterday, today, and forevermore. And we serve a mighty God who is not a liar. And the Bible, remember, it's inspired. It's an inspired word. It's God's word. And men were inspired and wrote the Bible. And so when we read the Bible, we have to know that it's factual. We have to know that we can count and believe on it. And you have to know that we have to have faith. And what is faith? It's the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things we've not yet seen. And so, like your girl, she knows that the thoughts of her having her hubby is just constant. And I believe that I will see my husband, and he is out there. And even if something happens and I just don't have it materialize, I know that God would still have my very best interest at heart. But on the other hand, you know what? Just the hope and the belief and everything that it encompasses brings joy to my heart, to my soul. And so, hope, there's something beautiful about that. Belief, dream, there's something beautiful about that space where if you're like me and you're hoping and dreaming and thinking and praying for something, there are times wherein you get goosebumps just thinking of it. And when it arrives, you have to be ready to receive it. And so, yes, marriage is not just, ooh, marriage, or just for the sake of you're not fornicating. It's all of those things, but it's also a ministry. And so, if you want to be married, then you have to know that every day will not be, you will not be running through a field and butterflies are flying. No. There'll be times wherein your personality and your beloved's personality will clash. Sometimes you'd be upset with one another. But love, commitment, and the fact that it's a union created by God helps us to, hopefully, I pray, have more, as someone said a long time ago, uh, stick to itiveness, where you stick to something like a stamp on a letter, you stick to it. So I just want you to know that we have not because we ask not for the most part. And so do not be afraid to ask whatever it is. What do you have to lose? What do we have to lose when we ask for something that we don't have? If we don't ask, we're not going to have it, right? And if we do ask, there's a chance that we will get it. We will get what it is that we're asking for, and oftentimes more than we're asking for. And just in case you don't get it, you're still right where you started, right? So let's start asking and ask boldly. But maybe this is for another time, but you have to ask wisely, right? You have to know how to ask. You have to be humble. You have to be also brave, and you have to have the right time, and you have to plan for the ask. And you also have to know the relationship that you have. to ask. Maybe you don't know everything that you need to know in order to make the ask better or to get a better yes, but use all that you have. Formalize what it is that you want to say before you say it in the asking. If you need that help and that support, write it down, look it over. And as you ask, if you're on the phone, have a smile in your voice, and be pleasant and be thankful. And when you ask and you get, don't turn away and never return to thank the giver, right? You want to thank God, but you also want to thank the person, the instrument that He's used to bless us, right? Aisha motivates. What can I say? We have not because we ask not. Ask boldly. Men, you see a fine person out there and you want to get to know them. I know men keep saying, oh, that person is too serious. We don't know. We don't want to get in trouble with the YouTube generation and all the whole bit. Just be confident, yet polite. And all you have to do is introduce yourself. Hi, my name is. A man can do that. A young lady can do that. A lady, a woman, we all can do that. And at the end of the day, if the person is not for you or not interested in you, all they can do is leave you right at the spot where you started. No worse. But you would have been able to say, I tried, I made the effort, I made myself friendly. It is said that if we want to have a friend, we have to show ourselves to be friendly. So if you want someone to recognize that you are approachable, then provide that, and if just in case you don't, because perhaps, you're just a serious person, then know that we get what we put forth and, you know, leave it right there. So, Aisha motivates. I hope this has been helpful for you. Remember, subscribe, like, listen. This is an amazing, amazing thought and idea for us to ask. Be bold about your asking. We don't always get what we want at the time that we ask, but when all lines up, we will, one form or another. So I thank you in advance for subscribing, for sharing, and I pray and I know that you will get something from this presentation that I've provided to you. Remember that you are amazing, you are worthy, you're one of a kind. There's none like you. He made you special, and you are special. It reminded me of a song, but you are special. And I thank you for being on this platform. Check out the information below because you could find out so much more about me. My website, trypaperplay.com, where I lay out all that I do and how I can help you. And of course, junk journals for you, where I create my journals and paper packs, and you know how your girl do. Just keeping it rolling, keeping busy. All my information is below. I am on my journey, and I would love for you to be on yours as well. When you want to give up, when you feel like giving up, snap out of it. Like Cher in Moonstruck, snap out of it, right? What do you have to lose? Nothing. So get up and get in the game. That's the only way to live it. One day we'll be here no more, but while you're here, live and live fully. Aisha motivates. Bye.